morning. Welcome. Bless you. Welcome to the Carla Marie and Anthony show. You're right there? What happened?
I sneezed and like a twinge happened.
As you can see, Carla Marie just rolling in with some shots over here, and you've got another fortune cookie up there if you want to crack that open and kick off the show.
Hey, if it's cold wherever you live, it's beanie season. Go to youlookgreat.co. Pick up a bean.
It's true.
They're very comfortable.
They are pretty good beanies.
Yeah. Do that.
Someone just said it was 28 when they left their house.
Like, what is happening?
I mean, winter's coming. That's what's happening. Oh, Diana, Vermont. I feel like no one's surprised, though, that that's Vermont, northern Vermont. Lisa, thank you very much for hitting us with those 5 gifted Tier 1 subs. Appreciate that. And what else? Oh, Angela's complimenting your crew neck already, Carla Marie.
So this is from Art of Sucra, a Cleveland, Ohio-based cotton candy company, but you can order from them anywhere. Emily and I met years ago. I had her on Side Hustlers, and we've been friends ever since. And now she has merch, and it's the best merch for a cotton candy company.
And she sent us some cotton candy, which is also phenomenal.
Yes, and I tried the s'mores. It was so good.
And cotton candy is just like sugar that's been like spun around with a blow dryer, basically, isn't it?
Sure.
Like, who invented that is my question. Who was just like, oh, I can air blast sugar, essentially.
Yeah, Fred knows who Emily is.
Also, thank you very much to Jen for those 5 gifted Tier 1 subs. Jen and Lisa having their sisterly battle, as they do every morning, which I love. Thank you very much.
Des said, my roommate just bought me the breast cancer awareness crew from Barstool, and it says you're the tits on it. Oh, no.
And then Robbie and Everett hitting us up with 5 gifted Tier 1 subs. Why'd you say, oh, no?
It's already cracked.
Oh, isn't that bad luck?
Well, maybe it means everybody's fortune won't come true today.
What? Finish that sentence?
Speak from the heart. I don't need these fortunes telling me what to do.
These fortunes are getting real lame. Speak from the heart. Thanks a lot, Panda Express, for nothing.
Well, maybe that's what we get for going to a chain restaurant and not supporting local. You know, I ordered local Sunday, and they didn't send me a fortune cookie.
Well, maybe that's what you get for ordering local. They don't send fortune cookies anymore. What do you know? We are 10% of the way from Hype Train or Boost Train now, level 5. And once we hit level 5, Carla Marie can load up those shots.
Nick Wax said he saw a channel hit level 16.
We'll get there one day. We don't need to do it today. Maybe we'll do like a holiday show before we end the year, and we'll just see how far we can take it.
Okay.
What's that? Isn't it How Far I Go is the Moana song?
Is that what you said?
Is it How Far I Go? Is that the name? Someone help me out there in the chat.
I don't know. Yes. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
You'll go.
You'll go. She's saying to someone else. All right, Carla Marie, pour it up. Oh, and we're in level 6, by the way.
Oh my god. So it is a kamikaze, which is Tito's vodka, triple sec, and some lime.
All right.
You can get all of the shooter recipes at seattlecocktailclub.com. But is it today is National Vodka Day?
I believe so, yes. And it's funny because we were talking about this yesterday. The amount of times I've ordered and drank a kamikaze shot and not actually known what was in it, kind of wild.
Unless you ordered me one, I've never had one.
I'm sure you have.
Because I've definitely never ordered one myself.
Lunchbox Slob?
Don't order shots ever.
Oh, I'm all about ordering shots.
Idea.
All about ordering shots.
For your wallet and your tummy.
I was actually really surprised. We went to Shingletown, which is a country bar here in Ballard. A couple of weeks ago, we were walking by, saw some friends who were in the bar, stopped in. And the first thing I did, because one of our friends was celebrating her birthday, was I bought a round of Jell-O shots. And then I bought a couple more shots later, 2 drinks. Yeah. Basically ended up buying 10 to 12 drinks, and my bill was only $55. And I was very surprised.
Shingletown's actually pretty affordable.
Very surprised.
We are going to have to do a birthday in a moment. You want to do it while I shake it up?
Why? Oh, the big event.
Wait!
Is in here. Why did you say it like that? What am I waiting for?
Me. Okay.
That is my brother, Michael. Happy birthday, Michael.
This played all your birthday parties when you guys were little?
No, if we were at like a restaurant, an Arabic restaurant, it absolutely did.
You didn't go to Burger King for your birthdays like I did?
A couple times.
Yeah.
I've definitely had. I don't know if any of my brothers had a burger. I don't know if any of us had a Burger King or McDonald's birthday, but we've been to them, definitely. So happy birthday, Michael. So does this mean I still have to call him for his birthday?
You're the worst, actually.
Why?
Like when it comes to just acknowledging anyone on their birthday.
Yes. I'm pretty bad at it.
Like if you didn't
Apparently
have
my
a
brother
job,
Michael had a McDonald's birthday.
if you didn't have a job where you got to do a shout out for someone, you wouldn't ever say happy birthday.
I'm not great with him.
Like I remind him all day if it's somebody's birthday.
Do you ever do so? Obviously, people will repost the people who post about them on their birthdays, and oftentimes I catch it like the day after the birthday. Do you still send the person a birthday message, or are you just like, well, I missed it?
I talked to my mom for her birthday, but I realized I didn't post on Facebook because I understand where it matters because Instagram story does not matter.
I very
so I was
rarely
like, oh
post.
shoot, it's 11 p.m. And I just did a happy birthday, and she saw it the next day. She didn't care.
I very rarely post for people's birthdays on anything.
We know.
Like Alexis, the birthday we were just talking about before.
Alexis got a happy birthday on her
And
birthday.
that's because I was there. I was like hanging out with her. She had a big tray of cupcakes.
What did I have to wait? 3 months? No, 2.
And that was also a story. It wasn't a static post.
Who?
Alexis.
Oh.
Cheers, Carla Marie. Bartender, thank you
Cheers
very
to
much.
Michael for his birthday and all the birthdays Anthony forgot.
Cheers. Woo! That was stronger today. 3, 2. 3, 2.
I gotta count
There
for
we go.
myself. Woo!
I do actually, and just because I don't post that, it doesn't mean I don't say happy birthday to people. I do text people on their birthdays.
Not always.
Well, no, not every single human's birthday, not always. So you are correct. I don't always text every person on their birthday.
You texted my mom at like 11 p.m.
She got one? What was she doing for her birthday?
She was on the beach.
Okay. Why would I bother her? You know? She was just enjoying herself. She doesn't need a little vibration
Because her
reminder.
love language is birthday shout outs.
Oh, yeah? So she only gets love once a year?
Oh my God, it just hit my belly. It's burning. That doesn't happen to you when your tummy's empty?
No. But we did complete that boost train. I believe level 6 was the highest level we got to, right? It's sometimes delayed on our screen, so just let us know.
Mandarin Rose said, but does Anthony remember your birthday, CM? Debatable.
I know it's...
You've never had to remember it because I always talk about it.
Yeah.
Maybe next year I'll be quiet.
I doubt it.
You always confuse me and your brother Justin's birthday.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty close. A couple days away.
What days are they?
One is March 5th, and the other is March 8th. You're March 5th. He is March 8th. Right?
Yes.
There we go. And then my mom is March 17th. Pretty easy. I need to update this notepad before I bring it on to the screen, because for some reason, some days it chooses to update it on its own, and some days it doesn't.
Sweet Eats by V. Well, we're going to miss your birthday tomorrow, so happy birthday.
We'll celebrate on Thursday. Make sure you're back
Remind
here.
us.
There we go. So we got Carla Marie's fortune cookie of the day, which was pretty terrible. Oh, we have a couple more of those. Road tripping. So I realized this. There's a couple reasons I was thinking about this. One is Carla Marie and I drove to Vancouver and back. Not necessarily a road trip, just a long drive. But we were on the road for a while.
Yeah.
And then this morning, Ricky tagged us in a tweet about radio people road tripping and kind of the things that we say while we're on the road. It's oftentimes just listening to stations and critiquing them, wondering what company owns them, wondering if an on-air personality is live or not, all those things.
That's funny.
And I was thinking, we haven't had a good road trip in a long time. Since we were with Ricky, really.
Was it 2020? We didn't do any road trip last year.
I don't believe so, no.
We're not getting on the road now. It's too cold.
Well, I'm thinking when we go to Vegas for When We Were Young Fest, maybe we can road trip down there because it's only like a day and a half. Like how far is the trip from Seattle to Vegas? Let's see.
And what? Just fly back though and drive back?
Yeah.
I got things to do.
Like what? What do you have to do?
I got weight to lose. Look at all the weight in these cheeks right now. I mean, come on. You can't lose weight on a road trip.
No. Unless you don't eat.
Yeah.
But you can do that anywhere. You can starve yourself anywhere.
I got iron to pump.
Well, there are gyms along the way. So it looks like driving from Seattle to Las Vegas will take about 17 hours. You drive down through the corner of Oregon. Let me put this on the screen, actually.
It's snowy. Will we stop in Boise?
I don't think it'll be that snowy by the end of October.
We can stop in Boise. Hold on.
I love Boise. Let me put it on the screen. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm a big fan of all the times I've been to Boise.
Yeah, no, I like Boise. Great potatoes that I can't have.
All right, there we go. Can I move this over? No.
But, like, it's not even like we can stop in a national park on the way.
No, I don't think it's about stopping in a national park. I think it's just about enjoying the road.
No, it's always about stopping in a national park. Got to check it off.
Well, there are no national parks on the way. I mean, we could detour into Utah.
Arches? I must go. I've never been.
Well, let's see what park is on the border here.
It's state parks.
Seems like all the good ones are on this side of the.
We can go to the thing in Vegas where the cars are in the ground.
We could, yeah. There are a ton of roadside attractions that aren't national parks.
All right, so what are we talking? We leave on Thursday.
Yeah, I think if we left like right after the show on a Thursday,
okay,
do most of the drive down there, then we get to Vegas Friday afternoon.
What? Where are we sleeping on Thursday?
Boise, Twin Falls.
I mean, that'd be cheaper than getting a hotel in Vegas on Thursday, which we were thinking about doing.
I mean, you're not wrong. And then we just drive through the state of Nevada Friday morning. It's an option. Route 66. Where is... Hold on.
Route 66. Oh.
I know I'm supposed to get my kicks there.
Where's the 4 spot?
Oh, yeah, we would pass. Would we?
No, it's the bottom, I think.
Where is it?
Zoom out. Making everybody's car sick.
Oh, yeah, it's too far. It's on the other side of Utah. Yeah. So we're not doing that.
I got to do that at some point in my life. And I got...
Oh, here you go. Right outside, Carla Marie, of Vegas is Red Rock Canyon National Conservation Area. Close. Nationally protected land, federally protected land.
Doesn't really do much. Death Valley. We can go to Death Valley. Look at it.
Oh, yeah, that's not too far either. We could do that Sunday before we come back. Because then we just hop up.
Are we going to the Raiders game?
I think I'm selling those tickets, but we could go to the Raiders game. What do we say? Has anyone driven
Go back to the chat.
Specific road trip?
Flip us back.
The captain's log, please do a road trip, says Julie. A lot of people are suggesting it.
I'll only do it because there's no Alaska flight.
What do you mean?
There's no Alaska flight to Vegas.
Really?
Yeah. Not that I saw.
Not like a good one?
No.
Did we stopped in Twin Falls, right?
Yes.
We've been there. And I wasn't joking. For anyone who's never been to Boise, go to Boise.
It's cute.
Great little city. Or big town. I don't know if I'd consider it a real city because the times I've been there, I've only been in the same like 4 blocks, and it seems like that's where everything is.
Yeah.
But it's a good time.
No joke, best French fries I've ever had.
Oh yeah, they are very, very good. All right, let's switch back here.
Fine, we could probably do it.
I mean, it's an idea.
Well, the Flight is going to cost like $300 each. So
Yeah, so for that money, for
we're not going to spend
$600,
$600 in gas, believe it or not.
for $600, we could definitely have a good road trip and spend less money.
What's hotel life like in Iowa? Where are we going?
Idaho? In Boise, it's fine.
We could do hotel tonight.
We've stayed in Boise before. We stayed at their Hilton.
Because these $300 a night hotels. Oh. Seattle Cocktail Club texted and just said Zion.
Zion? Where is Zion at?
I can't log into Twitch.
Okay, there's Canyonlands. There's Capitol Reef. Arches.
I love this. Angela in Spokane said to Dez, I should take you to Vegas sometime. I already took you to Nashville. May as well show you why I love Nashville more than Vegas.
Oh, I guess Zion's actually not that far. It's this corner of Utah. So it is the closest of the parks, of the Utah parks.
Yeah, but are we going to hike or are we just going to be like, hi, Zion?
Yeah, I don't know if we'll have enough time
My
to really
hiking shoes have holes in them, so.
enjoy it. We could go to Beaver Dam and ask a bunch of dam questions.
No, where's the thing that has no more water?
What movie is that from?
Oh, my God. Right now, to stay at a Boise hotel is $100.
Exactly. There we go. I think it's a good idea.
Okay. Ooh, but there's a place called Modern Hotel that's $237.
So Danny B said, don't forget parking in Vegas and then put some dollar signs. Don't the casinos give you parking if you're staying at a casino? Like, how much could it possibly
I didn't
be?
even think of that. See, this is why. It takes a village.
We can map it out. We'll figure out.
Seattle Cocktail Club said Zion, then Mystic Hot Springs on the way back. We can stream live from the hot springs.
We could. Zion is on my bucket list, said Angela in Spokane.
I gotta go. Oh, Eats and Tweets knows the Modern Hotel. All right, check it out.
Well, but that was the expensive one, right?
Yeah, but you know me and my hotels.
Yeah, but a Hilton is fine. A Hilton for like $100-something.
What kind of Hilton are we talking?
We stayed at a Hilton in Boise. They were the ones that gave us the little care packages on our road trip.
That's because they knew we were streaming live from there.
Okay, the room was fine. They didn't build a new room for us.
No, they didn't. Maybe
Martha said, I'll help you plan it.
We can park at Sean Tempesta's house.
Oh, yeah, we could. We know enough people we could throw a car there in someone's driveway for a couple days.
I've never driven a car in Vegas.
The first time I ever went to Vegas, my buddy Albert was living there. And Albert,
he the dancer?
Albert he's a professional dancer. He was working on a show called Peep Show, which I think there's no way it's still there. Googling Peep Show is going to be interesting. Peep Show, Planet Hollywood.
Oh my God, my back today. It's a bad day.
Is it still running? Oh no, it stopped in 2013.
Were you 12 when you drove to Vegas?
When did I go? I
Well,
must have gone in 20.
I think you probably went in college because I don't remember you road tripping since I knew.
No, I didn't. I flew there, but he had a car, so he drove us to some canyon type thing out there.
There's a thing, that weird paint thing that everyone goes to. Like, it's so Instagram. Paint.
Weird paint thing.
Everyone goes to it. I don't know.
In Vegas.
It's like different colors. And it's not like in Vegas. It's like in the desert.
Oh, the Painted Rocks?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's called Painted
Rocks. It is called Painted Rocks. All right, I guess we're road tripping to Vegas, kids.
So Albert was there. I've also been in Sean Tempesta's car in Vegas.
I just said I have never driven.
I'm just thinking if I've been in regular cars, not taxis or Ubers, and those are the only two times. But I did when I went to Vegas the first time. I took a shot, since we just took one here, with Mel. Is it Mel B or Mel C?
Mel B.
Mel B from the Spice Girls.
Scary Spice.
Because she was in the show with my friend Albert. It was her and
That's right.
Holly Madison
from the Playboy Bunny show.
Yeah. And then I think for a little bit Albert was dating Holly Madison's assistant who was on the show as well. She had her own reality show.
I can't handle the drama.
Yeah, there was a lot going on.
DJ Sin said Meow Wolf in Vegas is pretty cool. We do need to go because I saw Danielle Monero and Lisa, Froggy's wife, went when they were in Vegas for the iHeart Festival, and it was so cool.
We can do that.
So, but how are we going to have the time to do this and drive?
Well, then we'll have to leave on like a Wednesday.
We can do the show from the road.
We could. But, we're adding in a lot of things here. 7 Magic Mountains is the Painted Rocks, Carla Marie, according to Sweet Eats by V.
We're going to have to either do Meow Wolf or a pool party.
I'd go with pool party.
No, but I did say I want to do a pool party this trip.
Yeah.
But what day are we going to do that? If we're going to try to go to festival Saturday.
Sunday?
We're driving on Sunday.
We'll drive after the pool party. Not if I'm not drinking. Well,
I can't be at a pool party sober.
I guess that's true.
I tell you what, there are many places I could be sober, and a Vegas pool party is not one of them.
It's a good question. Are there still pool parties in Vegas in October? I think some of them are still open.
They
I don't know.
should do greenhouse parties because it would be so warm in a greenhouse, and then you get to be around all the plants.
I don't know if it'll go that late into October, though. Because that's the second to last weekend. Well, it's the weekend before Halloween.
Painted Rocks, here we come. It just helps me pack better.
And that is true. Martha said you have the freedom to do whatever you want if you're driving. We could do whatever we want. I'll tell you what. This is where having a dog would be easier than having cats.
But we wouldn't take a dog to Vegas.
Why not?
Because we wouldn't bring a dog to Vegas and keep it in a hotel room. What do you do when you go to the festival from 10 a.m. to midnight?
Bring the dog.
Okay. See, this is where it's ridiculous. You can't even have that conversation. Michelle wouldn't go to Vegas and take Rocco, her dog, and keep him there for 18 hours in a hotel room.
I think she would.
No, she would not.
He's got a little pee pad. He's a little baby dog. He doesn't need that much space.
Also, we have someone that could feed them each day. They're fine.
I'm sure they have dog walkers at Vegas hotels.
I don't trust it.
You leave the dog walker's name at the front desk.
There is nothing that would bring me more anxiety than a stranger in a city I don't know.
Yeah.
Going to my hotel room and taking my dog.
Wait, hold on. But why would you rather a stranger in your home than a stranger? I'm just saying, you said there's nothing you'd rather have less or rather want less than a stranger.
Because it's a city I don't know.
Yeah, but
I can't be like, Vegas, help, someone kidnapped my dog. But in Seattle, I could be like, let's go, someone kidnapped my dog.
I don't know about that.
Like that lady that happened in New Jersey last year.
What?
That lady's dog got kidnapped. There's a whole thing.
You got to expand on that.
I don't remember what the outcome was.
Thanks for that anecdote.
But everyone knows.
Appreciate that.
Thank you, Martha.
No, I understand that a dog kind of limits the things you can do on a road trip, but you don't have to worry about having someone watch the animal while you're home or anything like that. Dogs can go on road trips.
Do you understand that there is someone that comes to my house for 8 minutes and feeds them and leaves?
Yeah, that's fair.
Jen's right. They found the dog dead.
Well, Jen didn't even know if she's right. She said, if memory serves right.
No, I remember it not being a good ending. So. Well, if you come to Seattle, bring your dog because your dog can go more places than a kid.
That's true.
Facts. There are more bars and restaurants in Seattle that allow dogs than allow children people under the age of 21.
Oh, I'm glad Vicky said this. We're gonna transition from this theoretical road trip to an actual topic here, and I'm gonna make sure that the phones are ready to go. So give me 2 seconds for that.
Can we talk about how long?
Can you do me a favor and read Vicky's comment real quick,
I was just
Carla
gonna
Marie?
talk about my hair. Okay.
No one cares.
Well, it's gonna move, so put it over. There you go. Nope. Oh, there it is.
There you go.
Vicky said, I'm going to start living vicariously through you guys because I'm a little jealous of the freedom you have. Between an office job and a child, something like this is close to impossible. Live it up, do the road trip. Honestly, I'd say the office job makes it more impossible than the kid.
Well, and here's the thing. Obviously, when you have a kid, that's a responsibility that you can't just relinquish whenever you want. Now, if you have parents that live nearby or something like that, it's a little different maybe.
But people have gone on the road with their kids.
Of course.
RVs, buses. We met this weekend at the wedding, though they don't have kids, but we met someone. His name is Eric Tyler. He used to be on the air before we got to Seattle. As a matter of fact, his last day of work in Seattle was our first day. Mm-hmm. So we were all a part of the changes that they did. And we finally got to meet him after almost 7 years of being in Seattle. He has since moved to Nashville, works with a bunch of artists out there, and we just clicked right away. Obviously, we had this so much in common, but during COVID, he and his wife, I think, both lost their jobs at one point, and they road tripped across the country. And they were like, let's get a picture of our dog in every state.
So they did a road trip with their dog.
And then they said, let's buy a van. And they bought a van, and it's so cool. They sent me like the company they bought it from. But I also know, is it on Adventure Gun on Instagram? They are a listener, and they also post a lot about their adventures on Instagram. They just had a baby, and they started like kind of roaming around with him. Now, obviously, Vicky, you don't have a van, so it makes things a little harder with a baby. But all I'm saying is it's the office job that makes it more difficult than the kid.
And I think we're hopefully getting to a place. I'm trying to find this TikTok video that I need to pull up here. Man, some of these articles are the absolute worst. Oh, here we go.
If I could get my cats to calm down in the car, they'd be fine because they literally sleep 18 hours a day.
Okay, so I'll pull this up in a second. So the thing I wanted to talk about was the office job, because there was a trending TikTok video that's been going around the past like week or so. And keep in mind, you can make a TikTok video look kind of however you want it to look.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's this girl. She's I guess she's got a couple followers on TikTok. Lo Hilton is her name. And she posted a TikTok of the fact that her office requires people now to come in like 2 or 3 days a week and for like office culture. And I guess she went and no one was there because the office hasn't said what days they want people there. So allegedly, if people go, they go whenever they want. Now, that's a bad office manager.
Bad communication.
Yeah. Because I do agree that there is something to be said for a positive office culture.
Of course.
We've all had friends that we've made through work. Office culture here, Carla Marie. I wouldn't know you if it wasn't for an office job, right? If it wasn't for a studio. And her video is more just pointing to how crappy her office specifically is because no one showed up. Here's my problem. There were people in the comments of this video like, oh my God, I showed up to my office too, and no one was there, so I sat under my desk and I cried all day.
Yeah, well,
first off, shut up. You could have cried sitting at your chair if no one was there.
It's dramatic.
You liar. You absolute liar.
Okay.
Also, stop crying because no one's at your office. Like, it's the whole anti-office culture has gotten almost unbearable to listen to people talk about, to hear them complain about showing up to get paid. And I understand. And I understand that not everyone needs to be in an office. And I understand that there are annoyances in the office. Commuting stinks. But if your office is only asking you to go 2 or 3 times a week, not a bad deal.
Yeah, I don't know, but this is something we just don't agree on.
Okay.
At all. I don't think anyone needs to go into an office. I don't think
no one ever.
No, not no one ever. They're like pharmacists need to go to a lab.
Yeah, obviously.
Doctors need to go to work.
We would have called them 2 years ago frontline workers.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. Grocery store.
There are certain jobs.
But I think that there is a whole world of people that were just forcing people into the office because that is what they were supposed to do. And you no longer have to. And if you don't want the office life, then don't get a job that requires it.
And that's the other part of it.
Now, maybe these people had these jobs and then for 2 years didn't have to go into an office and all of a sudden they do. Then get a new job. That's fine. But I don't want a job that requires me to go to an office. I can't change that. Maybe one day it'll change. But I do not want to go. There's part of me that's like, I don't want to go to office, but there's part of me that I want a little desk. So that's why I just want my own rules, I think.
Let's see. There was a Dana on Long Island. It's just annoying when they want you to go in for office culture, but if they don't make it so everyone's there on the same day, it makes no sense. And I totally agree with you. But that's not office culture being bad. That's a shitty corporate or management system in your office. And that's a whole different problem. There are shitty managers everywhere.
I've seen companies now that are like, okay, well, everyone works from home except 2 days a month, we're all going to go to and like they rent a space or whatever, and everyone works from there. You have a meeting, whatever it is. And that's probably better than being in the office every day because you now know you have this day or two a month to not work, but like kind of hang with employees, actually have these conversations with your coworkers or whatever it may be. But I don't know, like I don't blame people for not wanting to go to an office, deal with the BS and maybe this will restructure office life, right? Maybe now office life will be better. There's no reason that you have to be at work by 9 a.m. and stay there till 6 p.m. for what? Like to be in meetings that could have been an email.
Well, so there's a couple different things there. One, I totally agree with you. I think the rigid formula of the office structure, it's changing no matter what.
Yeah.
In almost everything. Again, unless you're a frontline worker and you've got to be at your station, if you will, you man your station at a certain time, that's different, and there's really currently not a lot we can do about it. The other thing that I don't think a lot of people are thinking about is oftentimes the only thing, I think people think they're better at their jobs than they are. Oftentimes the only thing that differentiates you and the task you complete on a daily basis is your personality and your connection with the people in your office. You lose that, it is very easy for a lot of these corporations who are only worried about their bottom dollar to say, well, if we don't have office space and we don't need anyone to show up or see anyone face to face, we can outsource all of these jobs to people in other countries and pay them way less than our American employees. And it's happening already, obviously. But there's this weird extreme anti-office position that just sounds like people whining a lot.
Well, everything sounds like people whining a lot, though.
Yeah.
You can make that argument. Carla Marie, hi.
Hi.
That's my niece. She said, I agree. I like going to the office when people are there, but when you're at an office by yourself, what is the point?
Agreed. And again, that's crappy office management.
That's my brother.
Well, it's crappy office management. If you want your employees to interact with one another, and maybe you maybe you work in an environment that needs collaboration and needs creativity, I think there is definitely,
of course,
an advantage to having people in person.
But their job does not need creativity.
Then they don't need to be there at all.
No. Lacey P said, my job doesn't really have to be in person, but our current schedule is 3 times a week, and I honestly enjoy the time in office. Now, here's my question, though. Do you enjoy the time in office because you also have time at home? Like, do you enjoy both of them because you're not forced to do only one? Right? Like, you enjoy the time in office because it's only 2-3 days a week. Yeah. Now, if you had to do it every day, would you be saying the same thing?
Now, keep in mind, I am not saying that everyone needs to be in their office 5 days a week. I don't think that's necessary at all. I think Monday and Friday, let people work wherever they want to work. If they feel like coming into the office, the other thing to remember is not everyone has a great work from home situation.
No. If you have kids or you live with your parents.
It might not be easy. It might actually be more difficult for some people. But probably not the majority, but for some people to work from home.
Well, they can go in then if there is a physical office. But guess what? If you work in Seattle, there are no more physical offices.
And then this is another great comment, because I do agree with you. This is Katie124.
It's a great compliment. It's a great comment because Anthony agrees with you.
No, it's a great comment because it's actually against what I said, but I still agree with you. Katie124 said, I live in North Jersey and commuted to Lower Manhattan for work, and I commuted 2+ hours in some sketchy winter weather.
Yeah, that's absurd.
Now I work from home and can enjoy the snow instead of stressing out. I think this is going to be counter to what I said, but we've learned that in extreme situations, people can work from home. So there's no need, unless, of course, you're a frontline worker, to go in during a snowstorm. Mm-hmm. And now this is where a good manager, and there are a few of those, but a good manager would say, hey, guys, it's going to snow tomorrow. Don't even worry about coming in. Just work from home the way we did for 2 years.
But I also think, and I guess this kind of goes to what we're both saying, but I have friends who have jobs who work from home, and they're like, I literally work 2 hours a day. So I get my job done. I do everything I'm supposed to do. I go actually above and beyond, but I work, say, 2 to 4 hours a day is what they say. Mm-hmm. If I was in the office, they're like, I'd have to be there 8 hours a day. So I think there's a lot of restructuring, kind of what you've been saying, that companies are going to see.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're also starting to realize that well, we can cut back on expenses. We can do 4-day work weeks. We don't have to do this pomp and circumstance. And that's what I think drives me nuts. The Sims, we're all going to the office at this time, and we all got to go to this meeting, and we all got to do lunch, and we all got to go home, and we all got to, like, stop. Just do your job. And I think that you can do that from home, or you can do that in the office. But I think the whole work from home culture is teaching us that we don't need to do that stupid pomp and circumstance.
Yeah. I do agree. Marijuana said middle managers. Oh, where'd it go? Middle managers are pushing for a return to offices because they're realizing their job isn't needed. And I agree with that 8,000%.
Their job wasn't needed before either.
There are a lot of people, and we saw it before we got let go in radio. There are a lot of people who, because they are not seen in the office, it's obvious that work goes on without their input, and they panicked. I mean, the amount of calls, and I'm sure people are still dealing with this, but the amount of Zoom calls that we were on with those middle manager tier people, just so that they can show that they were doing something, was mind-numbing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It was worse, actually, than seeing them in the office, because now you had to designate 40 minutes of your day just to hear them talk about absolutely nothing. And my favorite thing, this is, I guess, more of an inside radio thing, but I guess everyone has also seen some version of this, especially during the height of the pandemic, when everything was totally locked down here in Seattle. There were a lot of these middle managers who would put us on calls, on Zoom calls, and like, this is what we have to do during pandemics, guys. And my response was always, what pandemic have you had experience with, you idiot?
Are you 100?
Like, this is what happens during pandemics, and this is how we pivot. Really, show me your experience in pandemics, you dope.
They had no idea. Sonali said, CM, can you be my boss?
You don't want Carla Marie as your boss.
Can I pay you in hugs?
You don't want Carla Marie as your boss.
I do need help.
Thanks for finally admitting it. What are we talking about?
I would just love someone to edit my video so I don't have to.
I like this. Scotty said working from home will definitely reduce workplace affairs, although divorce rates will still stay the same, as people will be sick of being together all the time.
True.
It's true. What else do we have here in the chat?
I want The Office to do like a reunion where they do it during COVID. I know like some people have said like, this is what The Office would be doing right now, whatever. But how fun would a Office reunion be where they all would have to like work from home and be on Zoom and meet each other with like masks on outside? I think it'd be great.
Oh, let's see. So Red-Handed B says, I was actually middle management, but we changed companies while I was work from home, and I got demoted, but got to keep my salary. That's awesome. I hated being a supervisor, so I'm happy with it. Well, yeah, especially if you can keep the same salary. Still work from home, permanent role. That's great. Work from home is better for the most part for the environment. So I do agree with Mandarin Rose on that one.
Jen said the hardest thing about work from home, which in my company wouldn't change in person, is not getting all the info you need. Unless there are meetings scheduled, our emails are light and far and few between. It's hard to feel connected, which is the only downside. Yeah, that does suck.
The one thing that I did miss when everything went work from home as opposed to in the office, because you got to remember, Carla Marie and I were mainly still going into the office during the pandemic, or to the studio.
You were. I was home for like 3 months.
Yeah, but you were still at some point. When we got fired, you were in the office.
Yeah.
So, the one thing I did miss was the spontaneity of being able to just walk into someone's office and ask a question. Because I feel like from the people that I know that work from home, there are a lot of Zoom calls that are put on your calendar that don't need to take as long as they took. Could have been an email.
Yeah, but also, and I get it, like you build a relationship with your coworkers, but also walking to someone's office turns into 30 minutes of talking about nothing too. But that is also building up relationships. Sunny Survivor said, but work from home is necessary to watch CMA live. That's why we should be promoting work from home.
I mean, you could watch this from an office.
No, you can't.
Sure you can. You can watch anything from an office. You know how many times I walked by people's desks and they were watching YouTube videos? A lot.
The Big Event 64 said, I have a team member. Michael, I don't know why I just read your username. Said, I have a team member that needs to make every question a video call.
And that's got to be mind numbing. Because then every question, and granted, Michael works in an office where people should be more technologically inclined because they work in the virtual space. But I can only imagine every time you want to talk to someone being like, oh, is your camera on? Hold on, I got to unmute myself, blah, blah, blah.
I've been on Zoom calls lately with companies, people I don't know, that don't turn on their videos. And I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Just a phone call.
It is, but it's easier to do when you don't know the clients you're talking to and stuff like that.
That's fair.
Okay, a lot of people watching from their office right now.
See, there we go. Oh, can you actually do us a favor? And if you're on your phone, you can't do this. But if you're watching us on a laptop or a desktop, take a picture of your view of our show and tag us somewhere. Oh, should we have to? Here, we'll do it. We'll do it in a couple seconds.
Wait.
Get your phone.
This is not my good angle.
Plus the delay, we've got to give you some time.
Look at these cheeks, though.
What about them?
They're like in full force these days. I truly look like a chipmunk. And the camera doesn't help. Fred the mailman's watching from his office right now, he said.
Office, which is on his feet.
The streets of Ohio.
Fred, would you consider your truck your office?
I don't think he's really ever thought about that.
It is, because that's where you sit.
Okay, just
at work.
You sit.
And it's an enclosed space. It's his own office.
It's not fully enclosed all the time. There's no doors sometimes.
That's true. Okay, ready? Here we go.
Oh.
Done.
Meg said, did you get filler? I don't think they look huge. By filler, you mean this past summer of eating.
If by filler, you mean fuller.
Yeah. I just ate fast food, all the things I wasn't supposed to eat all summer. I feel like a little sausage.
Okay, so Fred, who, by the way, if you don't know Fred, the mailman in the chat, he is a mailman. He said, no, the truck is my closet. I have a workspace in the actual office. Okay.
To do what?
It's a good question. What office work? Is it just like paperwork and stuff? Like filing internal paperwork?
Huh.
I'm
so intrigued by jobs. I really am going to do the job show.
No one will ever, I doubt people will actually sign on this show because it doesn't have like the sex appeal. Like the show that Bobby Bones did where it was like dangerous jobs and things. That makes sense, right?
I want to do like a job fair job show of like, I wish I saw this in high school to understand what other people do. It's almost like and for anyone that wants to switch careers, but just this is what this job entails.
And I do think it would be a great, maybe it's a podcast or like a YouTube channel.
I thought about a podcast, YouTube channel, because you need to physically see it, I think.
But I do think there is something really cool about going into what we consider normal jobs. Jobs that people in your life have.
And things you see every day.
And things you see every day.
You see your mail carrier almost every day. You see a mechanic often. You see
grocery store clerk. I don't know, things like that. I am so fascinated by what everyone's job entails.
Same. We've been talking about this for a while. Your brother Justin said, you know how often I say what I do, and people are like, but what do you do like day to day? It's true. Same thing with like radio. People are like, but what do you do after the show?
Oh, this is great from Fred the mailman. So what Fred does at his desk, which I assume is in the post office somewhere, said we sort the mail that can't be machine sorted and get all of our packages together and then sing Aretha Franklin to annoy the boss.
Like mail that can't be sorted, is it weird sizes or stuff that was just like gets sorted into a random pile and then you have to resort?
Maybe the handwriting is crappy. Yeah. They've got to go through and be like, okay. Yeah, and I think, so Sonali says it too. I say it all the time. I don't know what other people actually do at their job.
No.
Not that they're not working, but I didn't know what my past jobs entailed until I did them.
Court in Columbus said, it's interesting to talk about the different details of my day-to-day versus just what my title is. So we had her on a game, was it last week?
Recently, yeah.
No, wait. We never ended up recording it because the person never showed up. So I need to reschedule it. But Court in Columbus used to be Court in Spokane. She moved to Columbus to work for a university, And when she told us what she did, we started asking her a million questions about her day to day. And we were just so intrigued.
Jess from Minnesota, I work in the coffee industry. The amount of times I get asked if I'm a barista is wild. Because that's the touch point for people.
Right.
They don't know the people who are working in accounting or in taste testing or anything like that. The touch point is getting your coffee from a barista.
Yeah.
That's it. Just like in radio, there are so many jobs that people don't know. Your touch point is either the DJ or the promotions person.
Yeah.
Right. Those are the only two that most people
consumers interact with.
See.
The job. I think we're just going to call it the job show.
The job show? What would you say you do? That's the name of our new YouTube channel.
We'd probably get sued.
Okay, let's see. Katie124 said, one of my friends who does manual labor and is self-employed once asked me to walk him through a typical day working because he doesn't understand what people who have office jobs do it all day. Yeah. It's true.
Michael said, I don't even know what I do, but I get paid, so that's neat.
I think there's a lot of people out there. Man, this was fun.
I think, and we have a whole audience to start with. I mean, we could literally.
That's true. How many people here have jobs where we could tag along for a day or two?
Fred said, I walk the streets for money and I have a big sack.
We could, it could be called, the YouTube channel could be called Take Carla Marie to Work Day. Something like that.
One time, Greg T and Skiri and I, we had to do like an appearance at a McDonald's in New York, which is bizarre. Like, that's why. I think maybe Jingle Ball tickets, but they wanted us to be behind the counter, like serving fries.
Slanging fries?
It was so fun to put them in the scooper and put them in the thing. It was so satisfying. Kayla in Centralia said, not me. I work with confidential information. Well, now we have more questions.
Yeah, I want to be.
Can you tell us what kind?
I want to be in that office, see what's going on.
I'll do that. Neon Climber. You can come to my construction site at a wastewater treatment plant. What did it smell, though?
The other thing that I want to do, which I guess could be like a spinoff of this job show, is I want to do only rural American jobs, like farm jobs. I want to do like...
This is supposed to be jobs people interact with every day.
Yeah, that's true.
You can do
so maybe, that's
your spinoff.
That's what I said. It's a spinoff.
Go ahead.
So then we go into like...
My spinoff will be cats.
What are they going to do?
Marijuana said you can come sweep hair and do buzz cuts.
I don't think anyone wants me cutting their hair, but I'll
but I do yours.
Well, you've shaved my neck, yeah.
And he says it's a good job, right?
He did. He said he did a serviceable job, I believe.
Serviceable.
Last thing we got to talk about before we get out of here. I witnessed a moment yesterday. Carla Marie decided to watch Monday Night Football voluntarily and was like into it. And I had never seen that before in my life.
I'm in the sports now, you know? I got to do it.
Like, you actually like sport. You actually like watching sports now.
Yeah, you know, I think it's cool learning about all the drama behind the scenes and who's like, did you see that the Rams guys were fighting on the sidelines?
I did not see that.
Yeah, like all the drama. It's so fun. And
sorry, real quick. Vicky just asked if we're posting those pictures. I'm assuming the pictures of their workstations.
Oh.
With us, yeah, just post it to Instagram and make sure you tag one of us.
Yeah.
So we can repost it.
Yeah.
But yes, and Michael's, I've said this to you before, and Michael said it here in the chat. Sports is the best soap opera.
You've never said those words to me.
Wow.
So anyway.
Lies.
Because remember, I was like, I want to do sports with a Z and talk about all the drama. But it's so fun because like I actually like care about football for the first time in my entire existence, except for high school.
They just had to pay her to do it.
Yeah. And it's cool. I like it. You know?
So what was your takeaway from yesterday's Monday Night Football game?
If it weren't for NFL memes, though, I don't think I would care.
NFL,
I watched
the Instagram
game,
page?
Then I go to the Instagram page and I'm like, I saw that. My takeaway from the game yesterday is that the Rams suck. They won the Super Bowl, and then Cobra Cup cried in the locker room yesterday.
Was he? Why was he crying?
Because he lost.
Huh.
He looked like he was crying. Oh, yeah, there was a pick six yesterday, which is when you intercept and score a touchdown.
It's true.
Yeah.
It is fun because I was, I think I was like doing the dish. I was doing something in the kitchen while Carla Marie was watching. And it is fun.
You're doing the dishes, and I'm watching football.
And what's wrong with that?
Look at the turntables.
It was fun.
The 50s wouldn't even know what to do with us.
Carla Marie was randomly asking me what certain things were.
Yeah.
Whether it was like a rule or a position or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we pivoted a little bit and talked about the baseball playoffs and why certain teams are going to be playing each other. There was a lot of sports talk yesterday, and I was very, very surprised.
No, Justin, it is not how the tables have turned. Watch The Office.
Yeah. What is the actual line from The Office?
Andy says, well, well, well. Oh, what does he say?
Someone in the chat will have it in about 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Michael,
that I was watching.
Apparently, Michael says it, not Andy.
No, it's definitely Andy.
How the turntables have turned.
No,
No?
it's not that.
Well, 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 how the turntables?
Yes, and it's Andy, isn't it?
I don't know.
Oh, wait, it might be Michael. I swore it was Andy. Oh, no, Andy says I wish there was a way to know you were in the good old times while you were in the good old times.
Yes.
That one. No, I swear. What is going on? Oh, it's playing through here.
Well, well, well.
That's Michael.
How the turntables.
Did you say turn?
How the turntables. That's just how it is. It is Michael. Why did I think it
Wow,
was Andy?
Carla Marie, fake Office fan.
Oh, yeah, after Michael Scott
Wow.
Paper Company.
Wow, wow, wow. Carla Marie is a fake Office fan.
Listen, I'm into sports now. I can't do everything.
So let's recap the day, Carla Marie, shall we?
Sports?
Just the whole day.
I thought we were going to talk more about sports.
No, I was.
There are a lot of people saying, is anyone getting sick and tired of waiting for Aaron Judge to hit a home run? And the answer is yes.
You know who's probably the most sick of it?
Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge.
It's just.
I can't wait till he does hit it. He's got 3 more games to do so.
Wait, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's got to be in the regular season?
Mm-hmm.
But these people are going to keep walking him.
No, I give Texas a lot of credit. The Texas pitchers went at Aaron Judge yesterday for the most part. Toronto, I get it. They had something to play
They
for.
bitched out.
They're in playoff contention. They want to make sure they're the number 1 wild card seed, so they get a home game. I understand being cautious, and they didn't intentionally walk him. They pitched around him.
Yeah. Nobody attention.
The one thing though, and I think Michael Kay said it in one of the games that I listened to. It is crazy, and he's a little less disciplined now in Toronto in the last couple, or in Texas, and maybe the last game in Toronto. The amount of discipline Aaron Judge has displayed at the plate to get all of those walks, because a lot of those are really close pitches that if you're trying to hit a home run, you're just swinging as hard as you can.
Yeah.
And he has not done that.
Yeah, he got on base a lot.
Were the Mets falling apart? Phenomenal.
Love to see it.
Love to see it. Anything else?
Mr. Miami Cool said baseball is boring. I disagree. Baseball is my favorite sport to watch.
It is boring at times. Like here's my thing with baseball. I am a huge Yankees fan. Out of all the professional sports teams, I like the Yankees the most. Like the end of their season will affect my day for a couple days, actually. The Raiders, I love supporting. If they lose, I'm just so used to it that it doesn't really hurt my feelings. In basketball, the Knicks have been bad for so long.
Let's see. We'll see
that
if
it almost doesn't matter.
We'll see if my love of sports carries over into the basketball season, because it never has.
But with those sports, it's weird because I can watch almost in reverse order. I can watch all the professional sports leagues. Like I can watch any NBA game and enjoy it. I can watch almost any NFL game and enjoy it. I'm not watching the Orioles play the Marlins. I have no interest because that is boring to me. I have no skin in the game. And I think that's the biggest difference with baseball and the other sports.
Yeah. Well, and hockey. I used to care about the Devils, but not as much. Like I care more about the Kraken now because I'm here.
Oh, yeah. In regards to hockey, I don't really care about any teams or the league.
But
So,
we're going to get you into hockey. This is the season.
I don't know if I have room for hockey in my life.
Well, no one's telling you to watch every game.
But I love Yankees baseball, college basketball, and college football. I enjoy the NFL and the NBA. At some point, I gotta cut a sport out. I'd rather watch MLS. I enjoy watching some MLS games more than I watch NHL.
Okay. Megan said fishing was boring until the cheaters in Ohio this weekend. I knew a guy in that competition.
You got to explain that.
So I talked about this in Nerd News in the Morning Show podcast for all our fishing nerds out there. There was a fishing tournament in Ohio, and these guys weighed in. They were the heaviest fish. They were about to win almost $29,000, and then people in the crowd were like, something doesn't seem right because that fish was the same size as that one, and that one was only 4 pounds. How is this one almost double? And the head of the tournament was like, let me feel this fish. And they were like, there's hard things in there. And they cut it open, and weights came out.
And you know where they messed up? Is they put in
drama.
Where they messed up was they put in too many weights. They got
You just need
greedy.
one little one.
But
Also for like that kind of fishing tournament, like do it like a real fishing tournament.
How much was the prize?
$29,000.
$29,000.
My dad's entered fishing tournament. He's won. I wonder if he put weights in it.
You know,
I wonder if like that kind of news made its way to my dad because
probably not.
Because that's his algorithm.
I feel like, and if you're in Ohio, you probably agree with this statement. I feel like oftentimes we get headlines from the state of Ohio, and it seems to me like Ohio tries to outdo Florida, but falls short all the time. Like they do their best in their little Ohio way to be super weird, and they're like the second weirdest state in the union.
So Michael said, that happened to me when I went deep sea fishing with my uncle. There was a pool for the biggest fish caught that day. I entered mine and lost until they hung the fish upside down and a rock fell out of the opposing fish. I was in 3rd grade and this dude cheated.
Fred the Mailman said those guys, the cheaters, have won over $300,000 in different tournaments. Now all their wins are suspect. That's crazy.
I'm going to follow this story and I will keep you updated.
Love the drama. Drama.
This is what we got to do, shows on the drama.
What, like what?
In like the
How many of these stories do you think were actually probably a lot, honestly?
And these like people will do anything to be number one. Not just be the Houston Astros and cheat with their trash can banging.
Thank you very much, Martha, for the hydrate reminder.
It's happening more in the smaller sport world.
And a posture check reminder. Thank you very much. It happens where?
In the smaller sport world.
Baby sports.
Baby sports, dude. I mean, I cheated this weekend at trivia at the wedding.
Oh, yeah, we never talked about that. We were at a table with a bunch of cheaters. So
it was for dinner.
This is the last thing we're going to talk about, and then we're going to get out of here. I loved what happened at this wedding. So before dinner, it was going to be like a buffet style dinner. So before dinner, as everything was being prepared, the bride actually hosted a 15-question trivia game.
I loved it.
That everyone was able to play along with on their phones. Mm-hmm. And you played by table, and the top 3 tables
got to eat first.
Exactly. And coming in 3rd place, because I took bad advice from some of the Canadians at our table, was me overall. So I represented
the whole wedding.
I represented our table, and we got to go eat.
It was also a table effort points wise. She said that your points were calculated as a table.
No, but she took the top 3 scores. They were basically saying that we all compete individually, but as long as someone from your table places in the top 3,
that's not
you
how
get to
the
go
rules
first.
Were presented to me. But
either way, I placed 3rd overall in trivia. I only got 2 or 3 questions wrong, but we did have some cheaters at our table. We had some people Googling questions.
Well, who the hell is Ann Clark Gables?
Yeah, I didn't know that one. But thankfully, I guess that's a big thing in Canada.
They love it.
So the Canadians actually gave us the correct answer on that.
Well, I Googled it. So.
Michael, see you later.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Do I have to text him?
No. You said happy birthday to him, to his face. What is this stupid text message going to do?
Not to his face.
What do you think he has, a little tally? Oh, this person
I'm going to
texted
do
me?
that next year.
This person texted
No,
me?
please. Actually, I hate when people text me on my birthday. I won't respond until the next day. I got things to do on my birthday.
You know what's funny is recently there's a couple people who I've gone to text who I haven't texted in a long time and realized the last time there was an exchange between us was my birthday and I never responded to them.
You don't have to.
It happens.
I don't think you have to respond to people on your birthday. Thank you. And
Wendy in Virginia said, I run brewery trivia. That is cheating. Oh, we knew.
Oh, we knew we were cheating, but it wasn't for like a money or real prize. It was just for dinner.
I don't know. That dinner was pretty good. It was a prize. But I guess everyone got it at some point.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are out of here. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. We will be back on Thursday. We'll see if we can get that boost train going again.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder when the boost train is going to end. Or is it just
keep it
now?
around forever. If they're smart.
It's now just been transitioned from a hype train to a boost train. Which means we got to do our video again. There's a lot going on.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much for hanging out with us. We appreciate your time. We know that you could have been anywhere, and we appreciate the fact that you spent some minutes with us. Thank you very much. We will see you Thursday. You look great.
Baby sports, do, baby sports. That is going to be my new segment, but then they're going to say I ripped them off.